What's going on, YouTube? I know it's May 30th and I need to give this June update because I won't be able to do it because wife got me out and about again on another vacation. So what I'm going to do now today is put out some products to try to help the lawn while I'm away, and this is going to be my June update. So the grass is still here. Been having a lot of stuff going on. As you can see here, I'm losing some color. So I don't really want to fertilize, but I think I'm going to. But that's going to be part of what you're going to see that I'm going to put in my tank mix. And I did have some fungus pressure, which a lot of us will with this type of grass. And that's going to be one of the other products that I'm putting out. All in one tank mix is full rate of fungicides. It is very windy out here. That is going to play a role in how well I get this treatment out. I may have to do something different. Anyway, I wanted to show you this here. I know most of the people think of that would be some weeds, but it's actually seed heads from the fescue. So the fescue is dropping seeds now. So it's not a weed, and it's nothing that you can do about it except for cut it. And one of the reasons why it's growing is because I kind of leave it overgrown. I try to stay out of it as much as I can during the heat. So consequently, it's grown up and now they're sprouting seed heads, which actually is a good thing. So I'm going to get that all chopped up. That's on the area where I use the rotting more. And this is the area that I use to push more here because I don't like that heavy rotting more on my grass. But anyway, I do need to get some color back. So I'm going to put some stuff out, and we're going to try to see if I can keep this thing going while I'm out of town. Now, I know I told you guys about training the lawn. Back here, this is my Bermuda. It doesn't look so hot right now, but I've just been scamping in it every other day, with the exception of 1 week when I pretty much got under the weather and couldn't do it. I'm saying that to say this, the front is not trained, and I don't know if fescue can be trained, but I know definitely from experience that this lawn in the back, because the frequency of cutting, it is most definitely trained. And after 7 days, this thing maybe gets about a ½ inch of growth, almost similar to what a PGR does, and I've yet to put any on here. Now in the front, I'm not going to use a PGR because we're in a hot part of the season, and one of the things that fescue does when it gets very hot and very cold, it just stops growing. It just sits there, not necessarily going dormant. It'll go dormant when it gets maybe bitterly cold and extremely hot, and you still have enough moisture down in the plant. So that heat stress, so fescue can go dormant. But at any rate, I don't want to put any PGR on it because it's actually not really growing in this type of weather that we're having. So with that being said, I want to talk about, for the people who are using this PGR, well, not PGR, the turf type tile fescue, especially in my area, if this is your first time, I want to give you some encouragements. And I also want to just let you know about some of the things that I thought was happening to the grass, because it's fescue and this is the norm for it. I was actually wrong. I want you guys to keep in mind that fescue has a very deep root system. It's deeper than even Bermuda. So water is not the biggest culprit on why your fescue is not surviving. will not survive or even turn brown. Water, the fescue has an extremely deep root system, and that in itself makes it very drought tolerant. Heat tolerant is a whole different animal. That's why absence of fungus and you have abundant of water for the plant. If your grass is going, it looks like it's turning brown, there's other issues and other factors that are in play. Heat stress could be it, but you can tell with the heat stress, it has a different hue of color to it. But one of the things that will keep your lawn brown is some of these insects that these things are listed to kill. You know, the armyworms and grubs definitely will get your grass brown, because what it does, that deep root system is being eaten by these insects underground. So the plant can't get enough moisture because the roots are being ate. That is one of the main factors is why sometimes your grass can be brown, but you are up on your fertilizer and maybe fungicide. So I try to keep this in, and you want to try to keep it going. I know they have things that say provides up to 6 months or 1 year worth of coverage, but that's marketing. I'm telling you, you're going to have to put this down more. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be putting down is some insecticides. I'm also going to be using the liquid. I'm having issues with the wind right now, but I'm going to try to get this out. So insects is one of the reasons why your grass could be going brown. And obviously fungus, one of the biggest, probably the biggest culprit of brown grass is fungicides. I just can't stress enough, and I know it sounds like a broken record, but it is for real. I'm only green right now because I've been applying this stuff religiously every 2 weeks, and I still got some pressure. It's very humid here, and the warm weather, the heat and the moisture in the ground, oh my God, that is a breeding ground for fungus. So don't get discouraged. Make sure you're going out there and get you can either get the Bio Advance or either that's the other one, the other one from Home Depot. What is it? I can't recall it, but it's basically azoxystrobin and propiconazole. I can't remember the name that the box stores have, but I would say just get any one at this point. Get any one of those. Have that on hand and get it out there in your lawn. The best application rate is going to be for the preventative, which it uses less, but you're broadcasting it over the entire lawn. That's what I would do. I would just broadcast it over the entire lawn, even though you don't have fungus. We're in fungus season here, and I would just say put it out. So to combat that, I don't like fertilizing it too much, but I am going to drop some fertilizer out. I'm going to use the liquid variety. This has iron with it, but I am going to hit it with some of this feature, which is a big shot of iron. So I'm going to get all that in this tank sprayer, and I'm going to get this stuff out before I get out of here, and hopefully my grass is going to be fortified. So I think the word is getting out, at least from what I can see. I've seen some people even giving me shout out on different forums like Facebook, and I really appreciate it. And this, I'm not doing anything that's really new. It's just a select people really have an understanding and know about this. They're wanting to get away from the Bermuda grass or St. Augustine or any warm season grass, because you're only going to get a few months of green and then it's over. And I get it, it's not for everyone. I mean, sometimes some people are so used to it in our area that they enjoy the brown grass because they don't have to do any work. But there are a select group of people who they just rather have the grass greener longer. They enjoy it. They enjoy getting out. And this is where the Turf Type Top Fescue is going to have a greener lawn longer, if not the entire season, if you keep up with your fungicides and your watering. You know, the grass could just be green all year long. And that's it. You know, that's it. You know, this is the time for this grass here to start shining here, coming up in the next couple of months, June, July, you know, even in August. But, you know, August can be kind of rough on any grass, either St. Augustine or Bermuda. That extreme heat is going to affect all grasses. So when you get in those type of months, it doesn't matter what type of lawn you have, you're going to be dealing with extreme heat and drought. And that's something that you can almost, there's no advantage to either grass when it comes to those conditions. I mean, the fescue arguably can have a little better advantage because of the deeper root system, but only as to keeping the crown line, the top growth, and how pretty it will be affected. But in a nutshell, you know, I've been doing this for a pretty good while, and I elected to keep the fescue going. I really enjoy the compliments all throughout the year. You're talking about when the Bermuda dies out in October or starts to not have its green because of the shortened days and the cooler weather. You know, that's one of the factors about Bermuda. Some people say that their grasses can stay. They're thinking that the weather being warmer is keeping the grass green, but it's really hasn't much to do with the weather. It has too much to do with the daylight. You're going to get shortened daylight hours, and Bermuda needs a minimum of 8. It needs 8 hours, and we're going to get to where we're not really getting 8 hours of sunshine. And that is what makes your grass go dormant for the most part. Anyway, don't want to get into a long rant about the differences between these two lawns. I do have both, so I'm in both boats here. I'm planning to get this right here looking really nice. It's starting to spread. It's starting to cover. It's not all the way there. I'm looking to do some things back here with this Bermuda lawn. You know, it's going to be on and popping this year, and I'm in survival mode in the front with the fescue, which is going well. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys after vacation.